Aho twa umanyaba wodun ya fe ko mi twa umanyaba wo bolo ma wo imi misi owi chebi owi tolobi tolo odi eti lo kose bribi eti ni mo ko hu eti ni mo ko se chata won chebo so won chebo ma mena si jufo ni ma jufo na ma jufo benu mo bo ma ga si fenye blue wo cho ni wo chebo ko wa si mo ko won cheke je sula ko agbela ma ke je la ma ke to butu apla ke je so bi ka gbe goji ami nye blue wo cho ni sisa ji abo otofo abo foji abo won cheke su won cheke ma be je ni ko wo cho ni mena jufo ni si ake Crow manem wo yo na amalo yo wono abafita mai bulai na ke kula ma si gbeja na tori yo wonu wa ma na mi jake kaji MPL yete sansie MCA ba o man flan lele yo le je bina abo MC neto kaje Crow la je kuku Crow ni le bia mi ni wonyami nu amate MC wo parliament member bi ale na afo siki ale na tole na momo la ya Nungua-Krowor na ake presiding member ya jeme a ngo ba se ni wo se ne si mene wo be jano to nu wo ye wo ma ne na ke kula ma bi na fe ni tionjo le ke ko fo ba ma mi e be endi so ni pa ko me ke wo MP afi mugo hawo lele amla lo chele si da flo ke la ke lele chele si wo to ke la ke si ni wo chele wo kele si je sa ke bo to se bo wo to mena yemeji wo chanya fe enye ko bia me ne ba bo awo yi afata de tadafa ja onation ni da do ba na ni bi ni ya no ejele mi ele ye tu awo ne be fata awo yi yo mo fe no yo mo ba wi e yo mo ni awo oni afi na agba ha mo kejila mo ni ani fa ya se no ma jeju afi wo no ni awo bia wala yi ha wala wa ye gbo ni wa ye gbo na wo fi mo wala yi tu o mo ni aba
Better before recorded abo. Reggae wami kalama song. Better before recorded abo. That's yourself.
Oh, better before recorded abo.
That's yourself.
Oh, better before recorded abo. Oh, better ya. Oh, better ya. Oh, better before.
Ago chame kenyeme. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is 2 p.m., the 29th day of April. Hello? It is 2 p.m., the 29th day of April. We've gathered here, and one may ask, what is the rationale behind our gathering? So then we need to state it. Now, there's been back and forth concerning the appointment of MC for Krowor. And then we saw that a long-standing tradition that has been close to 2 decades is about to be altered. We saw it. There is a saying that events cast their shadows. There is also a saying that there is no smoke without fire. So we saw that this change is about to occur. So of course, we needed to prevent it in a way, in our own possible way. So we held a press conference in that regard. But after all is said and done, our most fear came up that there's going to be the appointment has come up. One of our brothers from the San Chicotes has been appointed, and then he will go through the due process to be made the MC for the Krowor constituency. So then, we also need to come up with a response. Now, this town itself, the town is a great town, we all know, but it has 2 factions, 2 quarters. We have the San Chicotes, we have the Amanfa quarters. You know, there needs to be that balance. That is what we were trying to advocate, so that in terms of decision-making, community cohesion, togetherness, and all of that, we'll have a smooth environment for political engagements and traditional engagements. But to no avail, there's been a disappointment. So we have a press statement here that we would like everybody to see and know the contents, of course. bonito majwe ni yue blofwe bonito majwe in sanitomo shishiji was sanitomo shishiji ake awu MC na kanji boni afiole every 4 years na kanji boni afiole ni for the past 20 years na nidi afi nyone wona ko saneko ye hikra shipia ne wona ke shi e chake kemba wona ke shi menkome yese ni boni ameta ole ebale naka shimu ekena gba ekome baba ni won yin wo fe press conference wo chon boni ejika boni tomo ha akeshi ewa keji atele naka ya keshi mankomeni shi eye boni ma shi kamo ha ni onupa yu ologo akeshi onupa ni eda efi okonfo no onupa pi ye wote ame raise adria o tafache woche numbo gbobulo mo lehun ekegbe womi shife kefe se boni woton ni isane yale eja ole naka no onye fa ni wolone ni kan yen ne e ba gbala boni wo response ni chon no ne te no yi onye fa ni makani ye brofo mi koni wokwe. Statement by the people of Amanfa, Nungua-Krowor on the nomination of the MCE and the alleged appointment of assembly members to the Krowor Municipal Assembly. Now it reads, the Amanfa quarter of Nungua, together with a section of the Sanchi quarters, who truly understand the political balance of the township, express their profound disappointment and dismay at the president's recent decision regarding the nomination of the municipal chief executive MCE for Krowor. This decision not only violates a long-standing political tradition and directive issued by the president himself, but it also disregards the social and political balance critical to the cohesion and stability of the Nungua traditional area and the longevity of the NDC party within the community. We proceed. For decades, the Amanfa people have been a bastion of unwavering loyalty to the National Democratic Congress, NDC, supporting the party through thick and thin, from its formative years of pre- and post-June 4th era to its current formidable stature. Once again, for decades, the Amanfa people have been a bastion of unwavering loyalty to the National Democratic Congress, NDC, supporting the party through thick and thin, from its formative years of pre- and post-June 4th era to its current formidable stature. It is therefore with great pain and a sense of betrayal that we observe the willful neglect of the Amanfa boys and a section of the party faithfuls in these important appointments. We proceed. This decision flies in the face of equity, justice, and the spirit of inclusivity that the NDC has always stood for. It disrupts the delicate traditional equilibrium that has long existed between the various quarters of Nungua, giving room to a peaceful political environment. The nomination of Paul Afotekwe as MCE is an affront not only onto political rights of the Amanfa family lineage, made up of many clan houses, but to our cultural heritage and dignity of the entire Nungua traditional area. What is most disturbing, what is most troubling is the blatant disregard of the respected voice of the overlord of the Gadangme states, Walumokuno Numo Bokete Lawetru, Babulo Moshiche, whose wise counsel was ignored in this process. His appeal was not a personal plea. It was a call for justice, balance, and respect for the principles and unity of the NDC and the people of Nungua, considering past precedents. We state emphatically that this injustice will not go unnoticed or unchallenged. The NDC must be reminded that Amanfa is not only a geographical space within Krowor, but a beating heart of the party in the constituency. Marginalizing the Amanfa people as a pivotal faction of the township is tantamount to alienating the soul of the NDC in Krowor. We proceed. We also serve notice to all who are harmed in this miscarriage of justice, including Honorable Agnes Namomolate, MP for Krowor, Professor Joshua Alabi, Benjamin Danso, and certain traditional leaders in both Sanchi and Amanfa, let it be known that political manipulation and suppression will never extinguish the spirit of the Amanfa people. You may have your way today, but truth and justice will have their say tomorrow. We urge the president to take a second look at this nomination and to right this wrong before it creates irreparable divisions within the party and the traditional community. The path to unity is through fairness and inclusion, not favoritism and exclusion. We also demand clarification regarding the selection of 30% government appointees to the Krowor Municipal Assembly. In accordance with Section 5(1)(d) of the Local Governance Act 2016, Act 936, the composition of every district assembly shall include other members appointed by the president. These appointees must not exceed 30% of the total membership of the assembly. Critically, the law stipulates that these appointments must be made in consultation with the traditional authorities and other interest groups within the direct. And I take it once again. The law stipulates that these appointments must be made in consultation with the traditional authorities and other groups within the districts. The rationale behind this provision is to ensure inclusiveness, fairness, and the representation of diverse interests within the assembly, reflecting the social, traditional, and developmental character of the districts. Given these legal requirements, there is a legitimate question: did the president or his appointees duly consult the traditional authorities and relevant interest groups in Krowor prior to the appointment of these members? This is not a rhetorical question. It demands an answer. The process of consultation, as intended by the law, should be genuine and not merely ceremonial. It must involve active engagement and input from recognized traditional leaders, religious bodies, professional groups, youth associations, women's groups, and other significant community stakeholders. This consultation is essential to promote transparency and, of course, accountability. Ensure that appointees truly represent the diverse segments of the Krowor municipality, and also to strengthen the legitimacy of the assembly and its decisions. We proceed. Without clear evidence or confirmation that such consultations occurred, doubts may arise about the legitimacy of the appointees and the assembly as a whole. Lack of proper consultation could potentially undermine public trust and the effectiveness of local governance. Therefore, it is imperative that the appointing authority provides a detailed report or communication outlining the specific traditional authorities and interest groups that were consulted, the nature and scope of the consultations carried out, how the feedback from these consultations influence the final appointments. In the interest of good governance, transparency, and adherence to local governance acts, it is essential for the President or the Ministry of Local Government to clarify the consultation process undertaken for the government appointees of Krowor Municipal Assembly. The people of Krowor deserve to have confidence that the Assembly is legally constituted and representative of their collective will. The appointing authority must do what is necessary before the situation escalates. Ago Chairman Kenyame, the final bay in Kenya more Ebanagbe, your blow for me. There by one watch on your gun in Fendi. Biane, one who no need cannot neighbor. Ni question new of Bioji. I no need law Chon appointment of MC. And the actual Bena Pepe ni a consult the right traditional authority, the stakeholders, then he choose what you mean name. And when the local only water or UG, man come the noni of your name, Jamie, Ejakeshi, Taflache, Ageke, Ofakakla, Okeboy first, then Okebot your maintain. No Boffer Bonigi, Moni Awole, your MC ne, Lew Ejawote. Shimo, Walakeshi, Mane, Ayatopa, Ayatopa, Boffer Moni or Mane, Ejawakuke, ni moko efe doko ni efe ke ha ekobeto efe ke ha mamu efe shimo ke aye NC ya bi ene ni aye MP ya bi ene ni fe ni kwa akechi J4 ni lilo e4 keke lo ka mene me ke we bimba mene hu ke e we bimba to mo game yu akechi o kan ko ke we bimba e4 keke ke o kwe lo wo to wo tu akechi sani atwon wo na te baleten ni no ni wo re keke ke ba fe aketun ni yen wo bi na atwon mo mle tra ni water shine e fa na tra no mania ba
Well,